Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I have not posted a video I think in over a week and I just felt a bit flat, to be honest, and I wanted to do this reading on kind of our passions and like what your passion wants you to know, because for me it's hard, because when you're passionate about something and you really like doing a certain thing, like for me, I love tarot, but sometimes I just really I feel flat. It's like I just don't know where I'm going with it, and it's not giving me the same feeling that I used to have sometimes. But that is all in my head. It's like, what if I never like it again? What if I'm not really interested, or I'm any good at it? All the stories keep going on in my head, and I'm like, it's just like if someone was to do a drug and then they go and do the drug again and it's not the same trip or the satisfaction. It's the same thing. It's like with our passions, they can sometimes be our biggest destroyers, because that fire energy, that thing that gets us going, that lights us up, can sometimes, the flame can just kind of die down, and we want to be feeling like passionate, and we then, our ego gets in the way and we start to blame the thing that we love. We start to blame the thing that actually gave us that feeling in the first place. Like, why are you not working? So I wasn't having that off of a week, but I just felt like I wasn't really feeling tarot, and I said I wanted to just not focus on YouTube, and I wanted to focus on also clearing up my schedule. So now is actually a really good time to book with me, because my schedule's kind of freed up now. So yeah, and there's not much of a waiting list. But as well, I am doing again the 5-minute readings, but I've changed it to 7-minute readings now, just because when I did it, I did a little bit longer and it worked better. So my intuition was right. 5 minutes isn't enough for me. I probably could if I was like going quicker, but I didn't want to rush it too much. So the 8 minutes was perfect, and then I was like, take it down 1 minute, because 7's my lucky number. So I'm doing 7-minute readings, and they're going to be every Sunday. So just check, and also please read the description, because obviously if there's some questions that need more attention, it's not really good. I probably won't want to read for that question. I'll probably email you back. So just please read the description of that. But last week went really well. I loved doing it. I just had so much fun and got really good feedback from most of you. And yeah, but what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, this actually inspired me to do this as well today, because I already emailed you, but thanks to Sarah, she got me this lovely deck. And I was looking at it the other day. Again, this is weird. I'm like literally manifesting things. I was looking at it, and so nice. So thank you, all of you who support me in whatever way you feel like you want to support me. It just really, really makes me happy. And someone else today as well, so weird, gifted me the Sexual Magic Tarot. So I'm not going to be using this today, but please let me know who you are, because I would love to know. But anyone that has any ideas on a video that you would like me to do with using these cards, because they are so, like, I'll just show you quickly. They're so amazing. Like, they're so tiny. Look at that. Look at them grabbing that ass. Like, these are, it's probably too bright, but will it focus? I don't know. I need to figure out a new way of being able to show the cards, but yeah, they're so tiny and I love them. I literally love them. So thank you to whoever got me this deck. I've always wanted a real sexual deck. I have a really, really, really sexual deck. I just haven't used it yet. Maybe one day. It's very dark, and it's also very, very sexual. There is extra large penises in it, and they are not cartoons either. So anyway, we are going to do 3 piles, and I'm going to be using a deck that someone gifted me as well, the Wisdom of the Oracle. I don't know who gifted me this either, but thank you again. This is like, I can't. I bought this deck for myself. It's the Mermaid Tarot, so we're going to be using that, and then we're going to be using the deck that Sarah got us. So let us let us be. Let us look into what your passion wants you to know about. Because maybe some of you are on like having an okay time, and some of you are just feeling a little bit of a creative block and you don't really know what you want to do next. So yeah, just go ahead and choose a number between 1 and 3, whatever feels like it's popping out to you. That is your pile. Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a lot more lighthearted, hopefully, than my normal videos. So yeah, I will talk to you in a second. Hello, group number 1. So, before we begin, I'll just explain. These are little, oh, it smells like the earth. It's so nice. Oh, it literally smells like soil. These are just pieces of wood that I cut up and slid a little thing in to hold the cards. I seen it, I can't remember where I seen that, Tumblr somewhere. No, Pinterest. But anyway, that's what they are, just so you are, because they're new here on the channel. And as usual, I'm going to kind of channel a little bit first to just see what I'm picking up. And then we'll use the cards, and I'll use the oracle cards over there. So let us begin. Ground my feet are not grounded. Okay, I am... Okay, so picking up different things. I was on a boat and I was in the middle of the ocean, but there seemed to be some sort of... I feel like you are struggling right now with being in the flow of the way that the ocean moves. It's like, so that is the creative energy. So you are really needing to reconnect yourself back with water, either hydrating yourself or just kind of working with the element of water. It always comes up for me, even my guides always show me this, but it's because it's something that I am able to explain and connect to you with. So that's why they show me that a lot. But it's basically, I feel like right now, what your passion wants you to know is, in order for you to let this wave of opportunity come your way, you need to be one with the ocean, be one with the creative energy. Sorry, group number 1, someone was calling me and it cut me off. Usually I put it on do not disturb, but I forgot to do that. Hopefully they don't call me again though. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I feel like that's where I was going. So I feel that with you've had some sort of experience lately where you have been challenged and you've had to really address your situation with money. It's almost like your money has taken off in a different way that you're used to having to deal with it. Like before, you always had to kind of get by and kind of understand. I see the number 7. I feel like you're starting to get a little bit afraid of your passion, because it's like you're actually living in your element right now. You're living your destiny. You know that you're kind of dipping in and out of this kind of energy, this sacral chakra kind of creative energy. You're kind of trying to flow through it, but you have to really address your beliefs around abundance and learn how to be in the flow of money, because money is the energy exchange. So whatever you are receiving, you also have to be able to let go of some money, and you have to be able to make money. You have to really think that it's not a negative thing. A lot of people look at money as the root of all evil. It's not evil. It's only evil if you think it's evil, and it's only evil if you're using it for things that people think are evil. Our perception around money is just what really controls us. So you need to break away from that control and realize that having money and putting money where you want it to go is not something that should be scary. It's something that you should really embrace and start to question whenever you're feeling a little bit like not sure. You need to just sit sit for a second and return. I really think that for you to connect back to being in that flow state and creative, like the creative flow state, you need to stop your mind or your actual actions. It's like everything works out for you and you probably notice this, everything just works out when you just stop flapping about and scrambling all over the place and scrambling in your thoughts. Everything works out for you when you just stop and just do one thing at a time. So it's almost like your passion is teaching you how to return to kind of the source energy of what it is, what your passionate is. Look at what it is that you want to do and what you want to bring to the world and what is the one goal. And that should be the only thing that every time you feel like discombobulated, you go to the source of the energy of the passion, whatever you're passionate about, and that is what you need to always bring yourself back to, returning to source. But in this case, it's like, what is your main objective here? Because you don't want to keep getting distracted, because when you start to get in a flow state, you start to attract loads of different streams of income, because it's literally our bloodstream, or our body is really connected to the body of Mother Earth, and money has a big connection with water, currency, the current. Okay, it's a lot of the money terminology is connected to the ocean. This is the way they kind of use money and water and the element, and just it's a lot to talk about. But the reason that this is coming up is because you need to work with this. And I feel like a little bit of, I see an apple for you, and when I see an apple, it means like cutting it in half and eating one part of the apple and giving another half of the apple to someone else. So I actually had a client, and she was asking about something that she was passionate about, her career, and the two things that was reflecting was the relationship. And it was like, so what are your relationships showing you? Look, when you're asking questions about your passion, look at your relationships and see how you're interacting with them, and then bring it back to what you are doing or working on, because it's going to make a lot of sense. I also feel like for you, some of you that are into like witchcraft as well, you know how apples work and that cutting in half and everything. And I think that you need to plant new seeds, or you need to offer up a little bit of gratitude towards other people, and you're going to welcome that in. Just looking up different ways to welcome in prosperity, and again, healing that limiting belief around abundance, because I don't think you're afraid of money or anything, but it just feels like you've got a little bit of something going on there in your energy, and it mightn't feel like it's too much of a problem, but it's what's blocking you from being creative. That's what I feel. I also think that you, group number 1, need a little bit of psychic protection. So your energy has been going elsewhere. And you've kind of been letting your dreams kind of take over in a sense. So that's why I feel like you need to bring yourself down, return to source, and just really sit, because I'm not sure about why, but I do feel like you're going through like a rebirth, really, honestly. It's like a rebirth in what you're doing. King of Swords. Okay, so I suppose I should show the cards. The King of Swords. You may be dealing with someone who is quite harsh in the way that they speak. So every time that they talk, they're very, very much direct, and it's also like, it makes you feel like you've just been cut with that ice cold wind. Like when they speak and they're very harsh, it's like a slit. It's like a cut. It's hard sometimes, and you don't know how to take their criticism in a good way. So your passion is basically telling you that you take criticism too harsh and you don't always speak up as well because you're afraid of, because of this kind of energy of people, speaking and saying certain things, and it gets to you. Your passion is kind of trying to like teach you that, love what you're doing no matter what anybody says, because really what they say is their truth. It's not your truth. And yes, you can take things on board, but the way that they are going to voice it in a way that's going to completely be sometimes offensive, but then you just have to get yourself back from it and pick out pieces of the things that they were saying and use it like that. Really just come back and look at the words that they said, and just pick out pieces that don't feel so, hard to deal with, because I feel like you have a lot of that kind of in your yeah, I feel that a lot for you. Like you have a lot of people that are kind of harsh. We have the Four of Pentacles again. The Four of Pentacles, she's quite she's quite content. I see that there's a big waterfall here in the background, and she's quite content with her life at the minute. So I feel like you're just kind of stuck. It's not that you don't want to spend money, but money is flowing in with that waterfall in the background. The money is starting to like flow in, or money abundance. And it's like you've kind of just sat there. You've chose to just sit there and not really do anything about where you've got to, because you've gotten to a point now where it's like, okay, we need you to, shift the energy around, move money around, move ideas around. But you're almost like you want to just keep everything as it is. You don't really want to have to do more work or, work any harder, because things have kind of been good for you, and you've really noticed how easy some things to do with your passion are. But now it's like you're being tested to really just get rid of certain habits that you have, because I really feel like that's what your thoughts are right now. You're thinking a lot about like, what will I do next to make more money, or what can I do? And it's a lot of thinking, and it's not enough like taking action, is what I'm feeling from this. Yeah. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So there is definitely an aspect of your relationship. Either your father is someone that you take all your criticism from, or it's your partner, or it's both. But I really feel like you do really love these kings, whoever they are. You really love them, and you really want to impress them. But you can't rely on them just because they are kind of comfortable, and you know that if anything happens, you can always rely on them. And it's like you're not really taking a risk now. You're not really. Some people are wanting to like quit their job. I hear that. Some people are wanting to quit their job and go full time. And you're also kind of using certain people as like a backup, to make sure that nothing fails or anything like that. But this is not what you need to be focusing on. You need to be focusing on what you can do. And what you have to do is really change a lot of your ways in, let me see, Ace of Wands. I love this. This Ace of Wands is absolutely divine. Wow. I love that. I really connect with Mars here. So yeah, I feel like you're being tested now to, become a leader, just because of the Mars that looks like the planet Mars. You're really being tested to become a leader, but what you really need to do now is to show that and prove that to other people. And that means like anyone that's telling you stuff that you don't like to hear, you have to speak up and say, I like where you're coming from, but I know what I want to do. You have to really just own it now, and you have to really start this new journey, this new beginning, because you love what you're doing. And whenever you start to see yourself as someone who can be your own boss, and start showing it to other people, proving it to these men, or these kings, because I feel like a lot is going to change for you in regards to how you are dealing with your finances as well. It's going to be something that is your biggest test, really, because it's like when you make your passion something that is work, it loses its spark, kind of. Okay, let's see here, a message from the Journey Oracle. I don't know what it's called. Sacred Traveler. Answering the call. The time is now. So I think that really, the arch in this card is like the new beginning. The time is now. You need to start now. You need to start now while you can, because otherwise you're just going to let things get worse. And again, it's like that arch here, and it's like there's a new beginning for you, and you're going to really see you loving your passion. Well, this always happens. Once you get through one blockage, you love it even more. And it's like that adrenaline, that drug feeling happens again. And I see that coming from you, but it has to do, you now need to make the choice of changing how you think about things in regards to money, and in regards to how people speak to you about what you're doing, and relying on people to have their voice about what you're doing, because you have to know exactly what you're doing. And when you ask someone, they should be clarifying what you already know. So getting rid of those loose ends as well. Flexible. Okay, I will read from the book quickly. It's only 14 minutes. Flexible. So number 19. Okay. I am feeling called to, what is number is that? 19. So this may have been something that you started last year, and with because I don't know why the number 19, 2019, COVID-19, these things probably have really made you have to be a little bit more flexible, and it's kind of screwed you over in a way. So, is this the right one? Yes. So, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that indulge in, I don't know that word, your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. So maybe there is something that is coming up that I wasn't picking up that for everybody. But with that could be a message for some people. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this group number 1, and it gave you a little bit of inspiration to just get up and go again, the adrenaline, get your adrenals. But yeah, cool. Leave a comment down below if it resonated at all, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So I am using these little wooden, I smelled them the first time, but I can't stop with group number 1, but honestly, it smells like the earth. It doesn't really smell like wood. But yeah, these are, I cut little things in. I saw them somewhere, someone had them, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I have a few here. I'm going to put cards into them so that they're not flat on the table, and I have a little view of the cards. But yes, No, actually, I'm not going to take the cards first. I'm going to channel a little bit as usual before, and we will see what your passion wants you to know about. So, I'm already feeling, before I begin, because I have to say this, I truly think that you need to forgive yourself about how you look or how you've been treating. Okay, I feel like you beat yourself up about your glamour, your looks, for a long time, and now you're actually, I don't know, either you're spending a little bit more money and you're looking after yourself and you feel like a little bit beat up about it, or you feel a little bit guilty, and it's like, this is your way of kind of forgiving yourself in a way, in a weird way. So I just want to let you know that, because I feel like you're passionate now about looking after yourself, and for some reason there's still a little bit of wounding there, and it just still feels a little bit off. But yeah, that was your own kind of energy, spirit, whatever was coming through there, just wanting to get that out of the way. Okay. I seen, like, you know that symbol of when, like, sacred geometry, it's like three things, or you can, like, three circles coming together, that symbol in the middle. I seen that. So I feel like you're at a really good position right now, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like you've taken everything together, these three circles, and then that's that middle point. And I'm hearing that you have worked so hard that there is no need for tension right now. Because you're really being asked by your higher self to really just learn how to breathe and see how much that's going to help you, because sometimes I think that you, group number 2, forget how to breathe. And by breathing, I mean literally those deep breaths into your belly and literally just letting it flow through your body. I'm someone who's I have a really good relationship with breath now, and I just literally, when I'm feeling tense, I just breathe and I like laugh it off and like scream a little. But yeah, I think that you just need to breathe sometimes, because I feel like your guides are just happy enough that you're showing up. They're like, that's all you have to do right now, because everything is manifesting exactly how you wanted it to. So calm the fuck down. Like, when anyone is in a rush, what do you have to do? You have to slow down. So like, that is what I'm hearing for you. You need to just chill out. You need to slow down. And okay. Sorry, I look around the room sometimes. Just want to see what I'm. Yeah, I feel like you are, again, with that shape that I was seeing, the sacred geometry, I'm sure you know what it is, but it's like, now I'm seeing in the middle, it's like the shape of an egg. So it's like I don't know how to tell you this, but you're about to be hatched, basically. So you're going to be broken up. You're going to have a little bit of a breakthrough, let's call it. And it has to do with, don't like to say it, but you are going to break free from your attachment to whatever it is, whatever your passion is. Because when a chick is in the egg, or whenever a child is born into this world, you're waking up in a new reality, a new world. So your passion is really wanting to teach you that you shouldn't always just put your eggs all in one basket, basically. And slow and steady wins the race. I'm hearing that now. It's coming through me. So it's like putting all your eggs in one basket and trying to rush and then just crash. You're gonna crash. That's what's gonna happen to you if you don't slow down. So this is what your passion is trying to teach you. It's trying to show you that yes, you can be this person that you've always been, but now what's the rush? You're there, you've made it. So why are you rushing? Everything will work out a lot easier for you if you just let yourself calm down a little bit, okay? Because you've lost a little bit of the peace, because whenever you were doing your creative projects or whatever you're working towards and whatever you're passionate about, think back to the time when you started doing it and how happy that made you feel, okay? And how peaceful you were doing it. And now it's become something that maybe you're working, like trying to make a little bit of money doing it or whatever, and then that's when it gets tricky. So try and think back and just be like putting these in different categories and separating it, okay? So dedicating some time to yourself and your passion, some time to your passion being a little bit of work, and your passion being something that you are sharing with others that you love around you. It's like you have to just kind of split it up a little bit and not just focus it on from that attachment that you have. You have like an attachment to it, like it's all or nothing kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to restrict yourself from having a different approach to how you want to deal with things, because I really think that your higher self is truly showing you that you can bring this light that you want to bring into people's lives, okay? You want to bring more light to the world, but at the same time, you need to just kind of suck up some of the sunshine yourself. Like, see things from a different perspective. Three of Cups. Okay, so I feel like here you are being asked, I love this Three of Cups. I literally love this Three of Cups so much. Three mermaids, having tea, a little tea party. I literally think that that's something that you should do with your friends, because a lot of things have changed. Like back in the day, 2019, we were all out having parties, getting drunk, whatever, like what? And now all the bars are closed. Party life is kind of not allowed unless you're wearing a mask. So I think you're just having to really bring a little bit more fun into your life, doing something with your friends that's a little bit like silly and a little bit childish, like a little sleepover or something, but it's going to get that creative childlike energy back in you. I think that that's what your issue here is. Yeah, you need a little bit of that inner child coming out. So a little tea party, playing out different, I don't know, situations. So yeah, I think that that's what your passion wants you to focus on right now in your physical world. It wants you to really just bring more of your friends around, have a little bit more time with them, because you're going to spend time with them. They're going to like help you naturally relax and breathe and laugh and have fun. You need a release. That's what you need, okay? The Page of Cups. What was I saying about the inner child? And this page looks like a child. Yeah, I love this Page of Cups. I think one of the main reasons as well that you're being asked to slow down is because you are not ready yet. There is something that your higher self wants you to know about your passion. It wants you to know that, okay, you think you know everything, but you actually don't even know. Sorry. There's a people that used to say that phrase, and it's making me laugh. But like, you think you know, but you don't even know. So it's time for you to like sit back a little bit and enjoy life for the page is basically moving into the energy of the night, and you have to let this energy transition, and the only way that you're going to be able to let that happen is to let these like breakthroughs happen. Some people are going to go through like a little bit of a dark night of the soul kind of moment, and some people are just going to be like have that aha moment. So nothing to stress about, and don't, if you don't want to have like something like horrible happen, because people think of dark night of the soul as something that's being so like hard to deal with, but we have them all the time really. They're just at different levels for each of us. But yeah, it doesn't feel like anything major, because you're being asked to have a little bit more fun. So yeah, I'm picking that up. Let me see. What do we have? This is going to be a big card. I don't know. This is going to be something big. Seven of Swords. Okay. You're finding out, I knew it, you're going to be finding out something that you really don't want to have to deal with, but it's something that, you know, these mermaids here have found a box full of swords, and they're like, what are these for? And like, it's like you've been given some sort of a tool or information or whatever it is, or creative knowledge as well. Whatever it is that you are doing right now that has to do with your passion, it's what you love, but for some reason you've been given this kind of you've been given a test to see like, are you really going to keep doing this, or are you going to just give up because you feel like it's not right for you? This is your test. This is your biggest test to see like, there's a little bit of like, it's almost like the universe has come in and it's kind of mysteriously like tricked you into thinking bad thoughts about what you want to do in life. So for maybe some of you actually are realizing that this isn't what you want to do. Your passion is actually not your passion anymore, and that is okay, because sometimes that happens to us. Our thoughts are really tricking us and being a little sneaky bitches and making us think like, what's going on here? But really, you need time then to breathe. So maybe you're already going through this energy and you need time to breathe and really sit and just be in 0 point and just neutralize and analyze and just see the situation for where you are at right now. And then maybe you can come back to it and be like, I'm sorry I treated you like that. And then you're going to get back into it again. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see. Let us see what we have here. Oh, damn. Six of Wands. I really think that you love being in the spotlight. You love being the one to show people that what you're doing makes you happy. So I feel like it really upsets you when stuff isn't going your way. And that's when you start to kind of panic and try to like control everything. And you're not having this moment of like, this is proper. This Six of Wands, I love it. It's like you're really not feeling the fire as much as you want it to, but it's going to come back. It's like it's just you're going through a period of like, how can you be the center of attention in a new way that doesn't have to do with your work or anything? Again, why we have the Three of Cups here is like, go out, have fun, join some sort of like a class where you can get your energy moving. Like, can you go to a dance class and just feel like you're in a music video or something? I don't know. Like, be your own star in your own life and movie, whatever. I feel like that's what you need right now. You need to just kind of come back to that and just let yourself move into this new energy naturally by just doing something else. So I basically think that right now is not the time for you to really focus on your passion too much. You need to kind of have some time to sit and think. Doesn't mean you have to completely say goodbye to it, but I do think that you need a little bit of time here to have more peace, more time to think. Let's see now from the Journey Oracle. Whoa, bro, don't fall. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Okay, so that, I think that's coming in feeling, it feels like that. So the Six of Wands. I feel like you are, something is in your energy that's going to be coming up for you and you've been feeling it. So yeah, you're going through a little bit of a moment of like, oh, and you're not sure because it's like a distraction, but it's a distraction that you are feeling guilty of, like even thinking that you should be doing that, but you should do it. Like, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. You don't have to be so strict with everything. I don't know. It's not everything, but I was just about to say. We have Thinker. So this is number 44. I love that. 44 is grounding energy. You need to bring yourself back home. 4 is the home number. It's the heart chakra. So 44. I love that card too, by the way. Sorry, did I show you? I don't know. 44. 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, prosperity message. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friend now, so get out your journal, write down what you're going to do today to signal the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is Spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. That's a nice little message. So yeah, make a list. Check it twice. So I hope you enjoyed this group number 2. I really like this reading, even though it might seem a little bit like disheartening. But yeah, I like this energy because it's something new is coming, something you're being told to, like, you know, have a little bit of fun for now. So that's always a good little message from the universe. But yeah, leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. So, like I said to everyone, in the other groups, I have these little wooden things that I made. I hope you like them. I was inspired. I seen them somewhere. And yeah, I'm going to put the cards in them so that you can kind of see them, hopefully. Probably not, but it's mainly for me so I can kind of see them a little bit better than flat on the table. But yes, I am going to channel first to see what your passion wants you to know about. And yeah, and then we'll choose the cards after. So let us see. Wow, a lot of magic here. I'm seeing a rainbow and you're like running around, following the rainbow. Okay, so I got to the end of the rainbow and literally the pot of gold was snatched. So I feel like there is, first of all, I want to say that you're someone who is very open to synchronicity, just by the way that I'm being guided to look at the, yeah, you see the color, the beauty in everything. You see past the light. You see the color and the magic and everything. So you must be someone who's very much either connected to the chakra system, or you're someone who's just very connected to spirituality in general. And I do think that you are being asked here by your spirit guides to Okay, hold on. There's 2 messages coming. First of all, First of all, you need to realize that you have a blessing you're being blessed with this, because you have a lot of patience, and you let things kind of move in a way that are very freeing and very much like in that kind of going with the flow state, like you follow the rainbow. But you get to the end of the rainbow, or you're following these signs and synchronicities, and you think that it's leading you towards something, like you're waiting for the, like, this 1111, it's showing me this, or this angel is guiding me towards this, and and then you get there and it's not what you thought it would be. So it's like almost like you feel a little bit disappointed. And I'm hearing that you don't get caught up in the drama of the disappointment in your thing, like the things that you're working towards, because it's almost like the universe kind of is making you follow along, because it's giving you like pieces of the puzzle, like this is the best route for you to take. So in a way, it's like the universe is kind of lying to you or deceiving you in a way, but really it's just, this is the only route that you can go for you to understand where it is that you need to be. So your ability to stay dedicated is what really keeps you going, and why you have so many different kind of challenges to a lot of other people, because you open your eyes, you take in the magic around you, and you really like channel different energies as well, and you really feel, you literally move energy. You move energy when you walk, you move energy when you talk, you move energy a lot more than people around you. And I like this energy a lot. I see you also sitting down at a desk like me, kind of, and either studying something or reading up about something on how you can improve your, so yeah, whatever you're passionate about, you are really dedicated. You really spend a lot of time to study, and they love that. Your spirit guides love that you're that kind of a person, and they kind of see you as someone who, well, no one's any better than anyone else, but it's like, it's their way of showing you that you're living this kind of a lifestyle, so just kind of deal with it. Like you have a different way of wanting to approach life to most people. Like you might look around and like, that person just got it like that, and that person just got it like this. Like, how come they got so lucky? But if you really think about it, if you just got everything you wanted handed to you, would you enjoy the process? Or would you enjoy that? I think the answer is no for you. So really you need to just stop saying like, I wish I had it as easy as them, because you are here for a different journey. You are here for a longer journey. You are here for a journey that is slow, but is also magical, and it's also peaceful, and it's not as much stress when you really narrow it down. Everyone is going through the same thing, but it's all just looking different. Everyone's journey towards what their passion is, or their life purpose, or whatever, just their existence on this planet, it's all the same. It just looks different, really. And when you start realizing that, and you look around and you see what everyone else is going through, you kind of can, anyway, that I'm going off on a tangent, but I just wanted to get that message across to you. Because yeah, I feel like you're exactly doing exactly what you need to be doing. You're still studying, you're still researching, you're still trying to find out more information about things, and then that leads you to something new, and then you start that, and then you're like, ooh, and then you think that's it, and you go with that, and then you find out, oh no, that's not it, because this is something that's more interesting. You're literally like a shapeshifter or a quantum leaper, not a shapeshifter. Maybe you're a shapeshifter as well, but like you literally like just plop yourself on different pathways all the time, and you kind of just go with whatever comes at you, and then you're not afraid of it, and you go with it, And then if it doesn't work out, you're like, whoop, and you either go back to something else or you move on to something completely different. You see both sides of situations and you're easily adapting to what it is that's coming up for you a lot of the time. Yeah, love that for you. Love that energy. Let's see. 7 of Wands. Okay, that is interesting. There's a diver here coming in and all these mermaids are like, attack. So, I really feel that you think you're a bit of an outsider right now, and a lot of the people in your everyday life are, it's not that they're not accepting of it, but they just don't get it. And I think that I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for that, because I don't really see an issue with that. But why is your passion, why is your spirit guides wanting you to address that? Queen of Wands. Okay, like anytime that comes up where you feel like people are coming at you or they're trying to, you know, attack, you have to bring yourself back to, they don't get it. And that's okay. And it's okay for me to keep quiet. I don't need to prove myself. And that's really good that you kind of have that energy. You really just know you really know yourself. You really know what you're wanting to do. It's like you've been dreaming about what it is that you want to do for a long, long time. And it changed over the years and it's probably changing again. But you know that the goal here is the journey. The goal is to enjoy the journey, and that's what you're doing. With the Queen of Wands, she is like the best. She like knows the journey. She knows the journey because she is the journey. She just keeps moving. She travels. She does things. She travels dimensions. She travels in this 3D reality. She just travels and she learns and she is wise. Whoa. I really feel like you're really wise, and that is one of your biggest gifts. Your wisdom is what makes you kind of seem like an outsider, like a witch. The word for witch translates to wisdom. You just have that wisdom. You're like the person that can kind of alchemize things, and people don't get that. They don't get how you can be a certain way. You just seem like a bit of an alien to them, but that's fine. Three of Wands. Look at the magnifying glass here. Okay, so what you are learning here with your passion is that you are taking the time to really use that magnifying glass. So the Three of Wands is all about patience, but now it's like you're making sure that everything is perfect. So you're like using the magnifying glass and you're studying. You're almost, I literally see someone, I'm not sure if you're someone who studies like plants or cells or biology or something, I don't know, or you're into science, or you're into like experiments and seeing how different things play out. I'm not sure. Something very much experimental, because with the magnifying glass, it's like you're seeing how, again, the magnifying glass, like the light and the rainbow, it's like somehow you can like reflect like, I don't know, it's like you're reflecting the light and you're destroying stuff. This is really interesting energy, so it's too deep for me to keep going into this, but it's like you're not afraid to just let things be destroyed. You're not like that person who hopes that everything's going to go a certain way. If things go wrong, they go wrong, and you have patience and you know that everything is going to work out okay, because you see the bigger picture. Okay, 10 of Cups. Wow. I think that part of what you do is, or part of what you are going to be doing with this 10 of Cups, it's going to give you an opportunity to spend time with people that really truly get you, but that's not going to be all of the time, because part of your journey is also learning to live with people who don't get you. But then with what you're doing, it's giving you an opportunity to meet new people as well. And I think that you're being asked here, your passion, your higher self, in regards to your passion, is wanting you to spend more time with people who are passionate about the same things that you do, and not just like on a work basis or whatever, or literally they want you to start making friendships and not using people for work or whatever. Like literally just sit down and get to know people and see it as, don't look through the lens of like, what can I use you for? I'm not saying that everybody does that, but you know what I mean? Everybody does that every now and again. They look at people and like, oh, what do you do? And then you hear what they do and you're like, oh, cool, maybe we could do that together. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like you're being asked here to have a little bit more patience with yourself and with people, and just get to learn a little bit more about what everyone else is doing in that area of work or whatever. Okay, and like, let's see what the last card comes up for. Love these cards. These are all very, very positive. You're very positive energy. The Moon. Okay, either you guys are very much, you guys are creating something that isn't in existence yet. It's not actually a real thing. Like, I don't know. When I see this Moon card, it's like, this is something that hasn't manifested yet, but a lot of people probably have thought of this idea, or a lot of people have wanted to do something that you're wanting to do, but no one's actually done it yet, or no one's actually implemented these things in a way that you are going to be doing it in the future. Because your eyes, it's like you are awake when you are connected to the Moon energy, and you love the Divine Feminine. You love the way that you are so connected with the Divine Feminine that you are able to kind of speak things into existence as well. And you're very truthful to what you say. You say you're going to do something, and you're going to do it, even if that takes a long time. You still know, and you still believe that, well, if you believe in it, it's real. It's real. And that's what's happening here. You're starting to realize that no matter what, and I love the way this Moon card is like shining down on these people here. So it's almost like no matter what you're doing outside of work or whatever you're working towards and what your passion is, you're every single person that's going to be around you is there for a reason, and they have something to give you. But you have to stop looking at it like that and just let things flow again, because I know you're good at that. So yeah, let us see. I'm going to take one of these. Love your energy. Your energy has actually calmed me down like a lot. Like I feel a little sleepy, but not in a bad way, like in a good way. Like I'm so like relaxed right now. You're getting the freedom to do whatever you want, by the way. I don't know, I heard that so loud. Crossing bridges. Ooh, interesting. Crossing bridges. We have the Moon there again, and we have a bridge here. Two bridges. Bridges is going to have some sort of significance. 10 of Cups and this card. Love these together, like, oh my god. So with the 10 of Cups, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. I think as well, if there has been any tension with anyone in your circle, you need to really see who it is that's the problem and that isn't really helping you out, and just kind of release them. And as well, mend the relationships with people that you know that are always going to be in your life. Just work a little bit harder on them. And it's like you're moving into a new territory in life, but you also need to, it's like you're going back and forth between these two realities of life, like your old life and your new life, your old life and your new life. You're crossing the bridge, okay? And you're like, I hear that you kind of have to be in a world where people are still seeing everything as scarcity and have that kind of mentality, and then you're then going over to your new circle of friends who are very much like inspired by everything and just really want to just do so good in the world. So you're being challenged with that, but just know that you have the option to keep going. Again, the bridge, the rainbow, everything. So you have a lot of synchronicities in your life, so that's just one of them, like just showing up there now, like with the bridges, but like, and the connection again with the moons. You are someone who is very in tune with the laws of the universe. Clean it up. What was I talking about? You need to clean up certain things. Number 21. Lovely little card. I'm going to release. I'm going to release you now. 21. I'm going to read 21. Okay. I'm going to read the prosperity message. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Maybe time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. So as well, I think this has to do with these guys here who don't always understand you, okay? And you have to say, like, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't want to be, you're saying to yourself, I don't want to be that person that's fake or whatever, or not speaking your truth to them, because you know that speaking your truth is what has got you to this point. So you don't want to be this outsider to certain people, but you know that they don't get you, so you don't really know what the option is here. And just embrace it. Embrace that shadow side, that like, people don't get me, and I can play with this. I can be fake to people if I want to be fake. It's not a bad thing all the time. Like, being fake is just something that you can choose to do because you know it's the easier option sometimes. And it's not that you're going against spirituality or whatever. You're literally just not dealing with bullshit and answering questions that you don't want to answer. So that is what I'm getting with that energy all together here. But yeah. I hope you liked this group number 3. If you did, please leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you in the future. Goodbye.